Hey, this is Aaron here at the Fletcher Method. I'm really excited to show you something I was just covering with our members, and this is how to get unlimited customers at zero net cost. And it's something called the infocommerce model, and it's going to make a whole lot of sense to you if you're trying to sell courses, coaching, consulting, and you're struggling with social media, trying to post all day, hoping to generate enough of a following to actually get customers, or you've tried ads and got burnt before. So something to think about is this. It's kind of cool. E-commerce dominates Instagram, YouTube, and paid media by far. For everything from the Dollar Shave Club to supplements to anything that most of the ads that you see, and I'm talking about brands that are spending $100K per day. You know, you have these marketing gurus that teach Facebook ads on YouTube, and you're like, well, how much did you spend this week? And they're like $22. And you're like, oh, thank you. So I follow the e-commerce people, Andrew Ferris, Common Thread Collective, brands that spend millions of dollars per month. Why? Because they dominate advertising because they can bid on customers and they don't have to withstand what we call the float period. What does that mean? It means the 3 reasons why running ads suck for creators is because number 1, AI and machine learning. If you're bidding on leads, you're telling the algorithm, please give me people that fill out forms for free shit all day. And that's not what you want. You want the actual right customers, and you don't want to have this huge float period. So the float period is where you spend money today and you have to wait for your sales cycle to transpire. In other words, you get some leads today. Some of them might book appointments. A few might buy a product. You nurture them for 30 days. You have follow-up calls. And if you're spending $100 a day, you could have spent thousands of dollars before you found out if your ads even worked. Which brings me to the middle sandwich problem, that it's too expensive to get started. It would take hundreds, if not thousands of dollars today to give the algorithms enough data and conversions to exit what we call the learning stage, which just means you need to get 50 conversions a week before you can really know if your ads are working. And without getting nerdy, I'm just going to tell you there's an easier way to do it. E-commerce brands, the downside is they have high overhead and shipping. You know, you have to have a warehouse and SKUs, and you're shipping shoes or supplements or whatever you're offering. They have lower customer values and margins because they're selling high volume recurring subscriptions in many cases for low price products in most cases. But they have shorter sales cycles, this is the magical part. You run an ad today, you get a customer today or not. So if you're spending $20 to $50 a day, you're going to get $20 to $50 back, and you're going to know within 24 hours if you're directionally headed where you should in terms of running ads because you're bidding on customers. They get faster ROI and scalability because, again, they can double down their budget on regular intervals because there's less risk. They don't have that float period that we have as information marketers, coaches, consultants, etc. So here's what we do differently. We look at creator models. We dominate in terms of the back end because there's higher margins and leverage. Doesn't matter if you get 10 or 10,000 people into your membership or program or going through your courses, the cost to you is virtually invisible. You have higher customer values if you can sell somebody a low ticket offer up front and then upsell them to coaching or a membership on the back end. But you have longer sales cycles if you're offering high ticket, which means advertising can be challenging if you don't do it the way I'm going to prescribe in a minute, and slower ROI and lower scalability because, yes, you can scale a coaching funnel to where you don't have to bid on leads. You can start bidding on strategy calls or even clients if you're at enough scale with a whole sales team. But without getting technical, just know this. We want to take the best of both worlds. This is why we coined this phrase, the infocommerce hybrid model, because we borrow from e-commerce with really short sales cycles, fast ROI and scalability, but we have higher margins and leverage and higher customer value. So we take the best of both worlds and we do something really simple like this. We take our overall product or program, we pull out one step, not as a lead magnet for free, but as a $27 to $97 customer magnet. Look, this is something you see in the industry that happens every few years where people think it's new, but it's been around forever. You see a lot of the gurus now saying, I'm not doing free webinars anymore. I'm doing paid webinars. It's like, that's a low ticket front end customer magnet offer. It could be delivered via webinar, a challenge, an evergreen course, but you're just taking one step of your program and delivering world-class results, giving them the tools, the training, the templates, the AI scripts in some cases, if you're doing that, providing great results, you're using the top known formats for ads, drive them right to a sales page to buy something, then you can upsell them to a paid strategy call or a trial for your membership, or seamlessly enroll them in your back-end offer at zero cost. Why am I saying zero cost? Well, because a lot of these examples for low ticket funnels, getting 2,200 customers on this one, 1,700 customers on this one, the average cart value is $57, which means if I spent $57 I just got 1,700 customers for free, which would mean about 50 to 60 memberships or back-end coaching signups from that. Same thing for this one. Average cart value $500 for this offer. So I could spend up to $500 to get these customers. These are all front-end offers that don't have anything to do with the back-end. Here's one where 3,000 customers bought this one. It was a simple training on how to set up your sales script with the tools and templates. So I would spend anything less than $60. I'd get 3,000 customers for free. And imagine just 5% of these people buying your back-end offer. So you get your coaching and membership offers at zero cost. So this is what the biggest brands do. Again, 400 more customers, 346 more customers on this one, 3,000 customers on this one. This was a Black Friday sale all the way back in 2020. But the average cart value was up $100. So I could imagine if I could spend $100 to get a customer and still make a small profit. This is how you can spend $3K, $5K, $10K, $20K per day because there's no float period. You find out within 24 to 36 hours if it's working, and you can scale this to the moon because all you have to do is break even, and then you're getting your back-end customers for free. This was a big one, a 7-figure promotion that I did with Frank Kern where we just bundled a bunch of our stuff together. Average cart value, $400. So that's really what we're doing, is we're taking a step of our program, but over delivering for a real low cost, $27 to $97, and seamlessly enrolling them into the back end offer. So hopefully you find that useful. As always, you can go to FletcherMethod.com or you'll see a link around here to get a free trial to our membership where we're implementing all this stuff together. Have a good one.